Il a tellement changé de masque qu'il doit avoir du mal à se reconnaître le matin devant son miroir. David Bowie est un homme de simulacre, un acteur qui joue au chanteur, un mime devenu artiste complet. Depuis ses débuts dans le Londres des années 70, David B a réinventé le rock flamboyant, amené le glamour et l'androgynie dans un univers rock plutôt macho. Après avoir tourné un film avec Marlène Dietrich, enregistré avec Brian Eno, monté le groupe calamiteux Tin Machine, l'ex-araignée de Mars est de retour avec Black Tie White Noise, un nouvel album, et Miracle Goodnight, son nouveau single, ainsi que des propos exclusifs recueillis à Londres par Fax'O.
Let's talk. Hey. It's only important what I think about my music. That's the only thing that's important. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about me. I guess it was one of the most stimulating cities to be in the late 70s, with also its new fascination with electronic music, coming out of Düsseldorf and coming down into Berlin, bands like Neu and Kraftwerk and... I actually wasn't fascinated by Berlin, per se. I was fascinated by the circumstances of the city. It was a strange tension between a capitalist preoccupation and an extreme left-wing population. There was a nightclub there. This is Iggy went down.
Hi, I'm Iggy Pop.
I didn't actually see it myself, but Iggy was also living there with his girlfriend at the same time. On one of the anniversaries of the Wall, I guess it must have been about 78, he went down to a punk club at about 3 in the morning, and they had made a birthday cake of the Wall, of the Mauer, all the way around the room, huge, with the little towers on and everything. And at midnight, all the punks dove in and ripped the Wall apart and ate it. Is that wonderful? That's such an extreme image of Berlin. Well, the first time I heard American black music was, I'd heard it when I was a kid in a town in South London called Brixton. There was a lot of music at that time called blue beat and ska. It was mainly Caribbean music. But I think the first time that black music really made a sort of a real major difference in what I was listening to was when I was about 8, and somebody bought me some Little Richard records. I think finding myself in Philadelphia and having mountains of cocaine available to me and some very good musicians, I think that's where young Americans came from, basically, if I remember rightly.
This morning I woke up all in heat. Couldn't find no dry spot from my head down to my feet.
Au moment de la sortie du Fame de David Bowie, James Brown, le parrain de la soul, propose Hot, I Need to Be Loved, 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 copie conforme de Fame. Qui a copié qui, à votre avis?
I start thinking about sweet, so sexy body, and my body begin to feel.
Yes, Carlos Alomar, my guitar player, who wrote that riff, used to be with the James Brown band. And he tells me that what he heard was that Brown actually took Fame into the studio and had his band play to it to make that track, which I'd be very flattered to believe that. real strong politically motivated rap music was by the last poets in America, with things like The Revolution Will Not Be Televised. I think that was late 60s.
That was Jill Scott Heron, actually.
Yes, that's right, absolutely.
Brilliant.
Yeah, no, for me, those were the roots of rap, and that kind of actually, at the time, I guess it would have been considered free poetry against jazz, and there was Kwesi Johnson as well in England was doing some great things in the middle 70s, and he was also, I think, one of the cornerstones of so it wasn't a surprise, I think. I think the surprise was that it took so long. I wanted somebody from the Afro-American community to sing the song with me. If anybody... I had, in fact, written it for somebody else to work with me doing it, but that particular person was working on his own album and just didn't feel that he could give his time to it, with working on his own stuff. And Albie Shaw stepped in and said he wanted to do it, so that's why I worked with him on it. I met him in 1972. Was he at Max's Kansas City, and it was a hell of a night. I mean, it was myself, Lou Reed. We'd never met each other, any of us, so we were thrown together at this one table. There was myself, Lou Reed, and Iggy Pop at one table. It was a very strange night.
Howling is whistling in the night. One dog is growling in the dark. Something's pulling me outside to ride around in circles.
Iggy is an extreme talent in his own right. I still think that poetically he's one of the few writers in America whose lyrics you can take away from the music and they stand up as poetry. It's only important what I think about my music.